My name is D. Scott Schwartz. I am a former teacher, principal, and superintendent. In 2013, I started an education think tank called the Education Development Institute. Now, what the heck is that? Here you go. So, I started it in 2013 because while I was a principal and a superintendent of a school, I started to get phone calls. And the phone calls were from parents, child study team members, principals, superintendents, board of ed members. And they were all asking me, what are you doing in your school? Now, the reason they were asking was because all of my students were defying odds. My kids were not supposed to be successful. My kids were not supposed to graduate from high school. My kids were not supposed to get into college. And what happened is one of my students ended up getting into the Johnson & Wales culinary program, which at the time was the #1 culinary program in the country. How did that happen? And so parents started talking to parents, and kids started talking to kids, and that got up to the teachers, to the principals, to the superintendents, and to the board of ed. They're not solving any societal problems. We solved not one societal problem. We didn't solve poverty. We didn't solve neglect. We didn't solve abuse. We didn't solve trauma. We didn't solve socioeconomic issues. We didn't solve urban schools. We didn't solve anything outside of the school. We only focused on the kids and their future. And so everybody was wondering, maybe this is a model that works. What are they doing? And so they started calling me up and asking if they could come visit and watch and observe the classroom and the teacher and to just see it, because they couldn't believe it. So they wanted to see it for themselves. And so in the beginning, I was like, okay, fine. We had about 10 different visits. Problem was, hey, this is a distraction from what we're trying to do, and you're ruining the model that you want. And I was like, because I'm a good leader, I was listening, I was like, okay, all right, maybe you're right. But I said to them, because I think transparency is so important, I said that was not my intent. My intent was that I am so proud of what we do. I want you to be proud of what you do. And I thought by letting people in and seeing how amazing and incredible you are, that they will go, wow, that's what a teacher looks like. And so what I was trying to do was actually show you off. But what I get is, because we're in this together, you don't want to show off. You just want to do your job. And so I said, all right, I got to come up with a different way of sharing this information. And so in 2013, I decided to start an education think tank, which would take the model that we had in our school, all the best practices that my teachers were doing. That means lesson planning, curriculum, classroom management, all the strategies, and put them together into something that I could then share with districts. And so in 2013, I began my second full-time job for no money, pro bono. I was working 80 plus hours a week, doing 2 jobs, only getting paid for 1. We just do. We just give, and we hope that you'll say thank you in the end. So anyway, jump forward. I started to do workshops, seminars, and trainings for a whole bunch of lectures for districts all across my state of New Jersey, and I reached nearly 5,000 total people had come to one of my in-person events. The exact number, I calculated it, was 4,687 total teachers, principals, superintendents, board of ed members, child study team members. So that's the backstory. That's who I am, where I came from, and why I'm now here on YouTube. If you want more videos like this, subscribe, because I'm going to be making a whole lot more. So thank you so much. This is D. Scott Schwartz, signing off.